tell you this right now. Make sure God's first. Love God, serve God, and walk with God. Be in His light and love Him. Okay. God is my Father. Yes, He's the King. I am the princess, so I'm royalty. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. God is my Father. Yes, He's the King. I'm the princess, so I'm royalty. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. Okay. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. Alright. God is my Father. I'm royalty. It's life with the princess. Okay. Alright.
Hey everybody, it's me, your girl Tamar Braxton, and I'm with the princess from the Life with the Princess show, the voice of her generation. Yeah, baby.
We are the Heather Hills Philanthropists, and we listen to Life with the Princess radio show, the voice of our generation.
Hey everyone, it's me, Miracle, #the Princess, and welcome to my radio show called Life with the Princess Radio, the voice of my generation. My show's about kids, and it's also for kids, and it's about giving God the glory. You can check me out on YouTube at Life with the Princess channel, on Instagram, and on Musically at Life with the Princess. I want to start off with something I call Miracle's Moment. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you'll be successful. This week, I got the chance to meet Deja Perez from 93.9 WKYS. She usually does the What's Poppin' entertainment report for Angie Ann's show. She interviewed me for her What's Poppin' cast for the show called All About Networking. Take a listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of What's Poppin' the podcast, part 2, I guess we'll say. So, I told you in the beginning that this was all about networking, and I went to this, I guess you can call it like actors workshop, because Big G was there and I wanted to support, and I met this amazing little girl, actually her parents first, but she was on stage, and I just thought she was such a dynamo, and I was like, we have got to have you on this show. So tell everyone who you are. She's a radio personality, so don't think that I'm just throwing her to the wolves. She knows how to do this. Let's go.
So my name is Miracle Omar, #the Princess. I'm a radio show host. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a philanthropist, and I'm a singer, and I'm an actress. So as me being a radio show host, I have a radio show on every second and fourth Saturday of the month from 10:30 to 11. Okay. It's on WOB 1010 AM, and my radio show is called Life with the Princess Radio. I talk about kids, and it's also for kids, and it's about giving God the glory.
As always. So before we get too started, why don't you tell everyone how old you are first?
So I am 10 years old.
Amazeballs. Okay.
And as me being an entrepreneur, I have my own like bookmark and my own coloring book. My coloring book is called Color Life with Me, because if the world had no color, it would just be dull and plain and like ill.
Yuck.
So I also have my own merch. Mm-hmm. I just gave her a sample of it. Yeah, I have my own shirts. I have my own
She
hats.
comes with her own microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just talk about that for a second, because I need one of these. But all right, go ahead.
I also have my own plate, my own mug. It's coming out soon. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but it's going to cost some money.
Well, it has to. Okay, so let's back things up a little bit. How long have you been an actress, an entrepreneur, a radio show host, a philanthropist? How long have you been doing all of that?
I've been doing it for, I think, about 3 years, because I started when I was 8 years old.
So like 7? Ish. Okay, because you're 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7, 8. Now, how did that come about? Did your parents just notice that you were like super creative, or did you just walk up to them like, listen, Mom and Dad, I'm ready to do this?
I walked up to them. I walked up to my father.
Mm-hmm.
I said, for my birthday party, I said, Daddy, I'm tired of just sitting here watching YouTube all day.
Ooh.
I want to be on YouTube. So can I have like a YouTube themed birthday party? He was like, sure. He figured out how to like make videos and stuff, and then that's how Life with the Princess started.
Wow. So how did you come about getting your own radio show?
So I was being interviewed because I did this thing when I was being a philanthropist. I helped the homeless by doing Socks in the Box campaign, which is when I give homeless people some socks for winter because, you know,
it's cold
feet, you don't like that. And I also gave them like household items. So then I got interviewed on like a whole lot of radio shows. And then on WOB, which is what I'm in now, when I got interviewed, like I think a couple of days later or weeks, they asked me, do you want your own radio show? And I was like, sure. I don't know how that's possible, but sure. So then I accepted the challenge, and I took the challenge, and I'm working it.
I'm here for all of that. Okay. So about this philanthropy, how did that come about?
So I was like maybe, I think I was asking was like years ago, but I was asking my father, like I saw them out and about walking
like homeless
around.
People?
Yeah. And I felt sad for them. Like I'm that type of person who wants everybody to be cheered up because I don't like negative attitude or anything. So then I told him, like, Daddy, I want to help the homeless. Can you help me with some ideas and stuff? And we went full on, and we did Socks in the Box. We gave some kids some free school supplies because it was going back to school. And then we did Make Yourself at Home. We did a lot of stuff. And I'm doing Make Yourself at Home next month.
Which is what?
So I think August.
What's Make Yourself at Home?
Oh, Make Yourself at Home is when you give homeless people who are already placed in housing areas some household items so that they won't have to pay for it, because when they get a house, I don't think they probably get money already. They do have to pay for I think they have to pay for the house, but yeah, we give them items so that
to make their transition easier.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for that. We'll get some more information so I can help you with that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so first what I've realized is that it seems like every great idea or great inspiration starts with "Daddy, can I?" Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. Okay, let's talk about the acting. What are we doing with that, and how did we get into that?
So, at first, I went to this summer camp, which I'm still in now because it's summer, and I did a whole lot of plays for this camp. I am going to this next session. We do sessions, which is called CKC, and we're doing different types of plays because the boss, which is Chris Cherry, he's pretty aging, so he's really good in acting. He's very good, and he's very good in singing, and he helps us get good at acting, which is why I said he's aging, because he's a professional. So I with my mom, we did
finally mom gets some shout out. Okay.
We did the thing called Wizard of Oz. So we did the play, and we were kind of both the exact same thing. We were all different types of characters, so we had to be a monkey on the evil side. We had to be a munchkin for Dorothy.
So you had to learn a lot of lines.
Yeah. So then I was in Acting in the Industry first seminar, and now this month on July 28th, I'm doing Acting in the Industry 2. Yes, it's the last one this time. So I'm going to be doing my the Drama play, and you can get your tickets at rdxfilms.com if you want to join and see me do my the Drama play, which is about bullying and how you can get away from it, and it's about God. So, yeah.
Okay.
It also has some comedy in there because I'm funny.
Indeed you are. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about where you see yourself, because I feel like you are an incredibly talented young lady, and I feel like you must read a lot.
I don't really read a lot. I read whenever I
Did your parents have you read when you were young? Because you're really articulate for 10.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So when I was younger, I would sing Beyonce songs, and I wasn't really a radio show person. I was I don't want to listen to that. My mom was a radio show host before I was even born, so like I got it off of her.
Okay.
And I wanted to be a singer, and I am pretty good at singing, so I'm trying to do like this new segment for my radio show, which is when I sing, so that people can like also get me into singing jobs and acting jobs and stuff like that.
You are a hustler.
Yeah, I really want to be a singer. I'm not saying I want to quit my radio show extremely fast, because like I'm not even there yet. Yeah, I want to be a singer, an actor, an artist, because I'm pretty good at art, I think. And yeah, I'm more of like a socializing person. Like I make friends wherever I go. It's just so weird. Like I say hi to a kid, and they say hi back, and then I start saying, like, making conversation. We start making conversation, and then there you go, we're friends. Like, what's your name, what's your age? Like, we get to know each other, and we probably get to see each other in the future or whatever. It's just pretty cool, because I don't like being by myself with no friends.
Okay, are you an only child?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a big sister. She's also a rapper. She helped me with my theme song for my radio show.
Dope.
She's I don't know if she wants me to say her age, but she's 21, and her name's Tiara, and she calls herself Tears Naboo for her rapper name. She's the best, honestly. She sometimes bosses me around, but that's what siblings
That's what big
do.
sisters do. I got one myself, yeah.
So, yeah, we're like extremely close. She's out of college now. She's trying to get her own house and everything. Yeah.
That's great. So is college in your plans?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to go to the college that my family went to. My sister didn't get to go there. She went to Bowie University.
Still a good
I'm trying to go to Howard University.
Yes.
HU. So
it's all good.
So
Liz just went to Howard too.
Oh wow.
A lot of people here went to Howard.
Yeah. So my my great grandfather, who recently died, like I think a few years ago, because he got overaged. So then he like hurt his leg and he died, which is upsetting. But I was 3, so I didn't really know about stuff. And my grandma, I think, went there. My mom went there. My stepfather went there. They were like, they fell in love when they went there together.
I've heard
So,
that
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was awesome. And I heard that there's like acting and singing.
There's
and
everything you
in
want there. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So what advice would you give to a 10-year-old girl who maybe doesn't have this like dynamo personality that you do? Maybe they're a little shy. Maybe they're a little nervous to talk to people. What kind of advice would you give them to start following their dreams of acting or radio show host or whatever?
I got this one. Okay.
I bet you do.
So, the kids who are shy just haven't really, I don't think, been around people who are like shouting for them, like,
uplifting
you go,
them?
girl. Yeah. Because when I first started, I was extremely shy, but then people were like extremely like happy.
Supportive?
Yeah, like they were so supportive. So it made me happier and happier and wanted to keep on doing it because I wanted to get that. And it made me feel so much better. So then I would think that they should probably put their personality into it and like practice what they're trying to do so that they won't make any mistakes. And they should probably tell people so that they can be supportive, so that they can be in the audience or whatever they have to be, and like always be there with them. Because if you're shy and you're on your stage by yourself, you get stage fright, which is extremely scary. And if you can ask somebody, can I have like my friend or my mom stand right beside me as I'm doing it? Because when I'm in my radio show, nobody really knows this, but my mom and my father are in the background, like helping me. And if I stumble on a word, my mom helps me because she's really good at that. And it's really awesome to have people supporting you because you feel like you're not just trying to fight by yourself. You feel like you really have like
a support
team.
system.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So one more thing. What would you tell, because you have a play about bullying and things like that, what would you tell someone who is being bullied and they don't maybe feel like they can talk to their parents and maybe they don't have a lot of friends that they can confide in? What kind of advice would you give them?
So in my play, I talk about God, and some people are not Christian, so that's okay because I'm not going to fight with them about it. People who are Christian and who believe in God and who are getting bullied, they should probably pray and they should say, God, I need some help and I want to like stop being bullied. If they're not Christian, they should just tell an adult immediately, because that's the only way. It's like supporting and stuff, and you should acknowledge the bully that you're messing around with me and I do not like it, so I'm going to tell an adult so that they can get scared and they can stop.
Facts. Okay, so I know you have merchandise and you have all sorts of books and coloring books and everything under the sun that I feel like your parents must be funding, so I'm here for all that. But do you have a website where people can buy this stuff?
I don't have a website.
How do you sell it?
Well, we're trying to figure that out now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Okay.
But you can follow me and email me if you want merch, which is at Life with the Princess. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Musical.ly at Life with the Princess.
Fantastic.
All together, no space, because everybody always gets that wrong.
Okay, well, give it to them one more time before we let you go.
So you can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and Musical.ly, and email me if you want some of my merchandise at Life with the Princess.
And everything is Life with the Princess.
Yeah.
What about the email?
At gmail.com.
Lifewiththeprincess@gmail.com.
Yeah.
There it is. So this is the 10-year-old phenom. And I literally can't with her. So I officially am going to like help her in any way that I can, because I think she's just a freaking rock star. So is there anything else you want to say to everyone before we let you go?
Always put your passion first. Don't let anybody make you not want to do what you always wanted to do. I wanted to be a singer, and I'm still trying to work for that, and be an actor and an artist, and I'm still trying to work for that, even though I have a radio show. But don't let anybody say like, oh, you can't do it because you're not good at it. You just need to keep on practicing, and you can do it.
So shout out to your parents, because I legit wish I had like a 16th of the amount of confidence and everything that you have at 10, because I sure did not. But NTU, thank you, darling, and we'll bring you back. And anything I can do to help you with your radio career, I will definitely assist with that. But thank you guys for joining us for another edition of What's Poppin' the Podcast on 93.9 WKYS. Thank you, Licious.
We have to take a break, but when we come back, we'll have Miracle's message and Miracle's word of the day.
I need to tell you this right now. Make sure God's first. Love God, serve God, and walk with God. Be in His light and love Him. Okay. God is my Father. Yes, He's the King. I am the princess, so I'm royalty. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. God is my Father. Yes, He's the King. I'm the princess, so I'm royalty. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. Okay. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. Alright. God is my Father. I'm royalty. It's Life with the Princess. Okay. Alright.
Hey everybody, it's me, your girl Tamar Braxton, and I'm with the princess from the Life with the Princess show, the voice of her generation. Yeah, baby.
We are the Heather Hills Philanthropists, and we listen to Life with the Princess radio show, the voice of our generation.
Welcome back to Life with the Princess radio show, the voice of my generation. I'm your host, Miracle #the Princess. This week, 12 boys in Thailand and their soccer coach were rescued after spending almost 2 weeks. Yeah, that's right. 2 weeks trapped in an underground mine. Check it out.
That final rescue and what happened right afterward was a disaster narrowly averted. Tonight, all 12 young soccer players and their coach are free. They're safe. The whole world watching and waiting after they were first discovered there. Then, of course, that international crew of divers and engineers plotting to get them out. The last 4 boys and their coach were rescued today. And the 4 Thai Navy SEALs who had stayed with them all that time after first discovering them in the cave, giving a thumbs up. Tonight, we have new reporting on this final rescue, the medication given to the boys to keep them from panicking on their way out, and what we've just learned, what happened in that cave right after the boys were rescued. ABC's James Longman leading us off tonight from the scene.
This dark and perilous cave, a stifling home for the remaining 4 boys and their soccer coach. 10:08 this morning, the last rescue, 19 divers heading back in. The trip just as frightening, just as dangerous, the threat of rain looming. The cave's a labyrinth of twisting tunnels. Rescue workers seen wading in murky water up to their necks. The swim out in near total darkness. And tonight, we're learning all the boys were given medication to keep them from panicking. At times, the passageways so narrow, they travelled single file. Teams of 2 divers pairing with each boy, one behind for support, the other in front carrying their oxygen tanks. Then, one by one, we saw convoys moving down the mountain to the helicopters standing by. Volunteers rejoicing at the news. The coach, weaker than all those boys, evacuated.
Just behind me, they are the flashing lights. That is the police escort waiting for the last ambulance.
This rescue faster than the others. This morning we made a promise to get 9 people out, the governor saying, and we did it. These Navy SEAL divers and medic waiting to leave until everyone was safe, giving a thumbs up tonight. They stayed with boys in the cave since they were found over a week ago.
How many of you?
The once unthinkable, now a miraculous reality. The last ambulance arriving at the hospital after 18 days, jubilation in the streets. Tonight, Thailand's most precious soccer team reunited under isolation in the hospital. 2 of the children have pneumonia and they are highly susceptible to infection, and their diet, bland foods, with a treat of bread and chocolate. But a health official saying they will not be allowed direct contact with visitors until their blood tests come back, meaning another agonizing wait for their parents who haven't held their sons in over 2 weeks. They are grateful for the hundreds who volunteered on this mountain.
The cave is just up this road, but for days this has been blocked off. They haven't allowed press in here.
We passed so many on the road, exhausted but smiling. Trucks of Navy SEALs driving away to cheers of those nearby. Finally heading home, their mission complete.
And James Longman joins us tonight from outside the cave there. James has been on the scene for days. What an incredible day today. We can actually hear the rain falling behind you. And we're learning tonight that the parents of the children are still waiting to see their boys, but that those parents had also written a letter to the coach.
That's right, David. The letter was written while the team was still trapped. The parents saying, quote, "We're not mad at you at all. Do take good care of yourself and don't forget to cover yourself with a blanket as the weather is cold. We're worried." Those parents clearly grateful the coach cared so deeply for their children. David.
James Longman leading us off tonight. James, our thanks to you. And I mentioned you could hear the rain there right behind James. That's not the only thing that happened right after this rescue was completed. We learned tonight of new details of what took place right after those boys were pulled out, when divers went in to try to retrieve all of the equipment. So let's get right to ABC's Matt Gutman, who talked with Thai authorities. And Matt, this was really something, what they told you.
That's right, David. When the operation got underway, it was raining harder than it is right now. And according to those Thai military officials who were directly involved in the operation, after those Navy SEALs and the other rescuers got those 4 boys, the coach, and those 4 Thai Navy SEALs out of the cave, other rescuers and about 80 or 90 Thai Navy SEALs were in there picking up all their equipment when suddenly that main pump that had been taking out hundreds of millions of gallons over the past 2.5 weeks gave way. Suddenly, the 3rd cavern began to fill with water, then the 2nd, then the 1st. And the SEALs and the other rescuers had to flee for their lives, had to abandon all of their equipment, leaving hundreds of air tanks behind. They told me it was incredibly harrowing, and it was a disaster nearly averted, David.
Wow, Matt Gutman, James Longman, our thanks to our entire team on the ground and the heroic work of all of those divers. And tonight, right here, step by step, this triumphant rescue, 18 days, and the boys, their families, and how they ended up at that cave in the first place. A remarkable special edition of 2020 tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you then.
Hi, everyone.
And now it's time for Miracle's foreign language lesson, where I introduce a new word or phrase in another language. Today's foreign language lesson is in French. The sentence is Il fait chaud. It means it is hot. Say it with me. Il fait chaud. And now it's time for Miracle's word of the day. Miracle's word of the day is deprivation. It means not having basic needs. And now it's time for Miracle's message. Today's message comes from Matthew verse 7, chapter 24 to 7 to 27. Building on a solid foundation. Anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is wise, like a person who builds a house on solid rock. Though the rain comes and it torrents, and the flood waters rise and the winds beat against the house, it won't collapse. It is built on bedrock. But anyone who hears my teaching and doesn't obey it is foolish, like a person who built their house on sand. When the rain and the flood comes and the wind beats against the house, it will collapse like a mighty crash. And now it's time for the Princess Spills the Tea.
Girl, what do you want? I'm sleeping. I was gonna tell you some tea, but since you're sleeping, I'm wide awake, girl. Spill the tea. Spill all the tea.
Could Beyonce be pregnant? That's what some are wondering. After she was spotted out with her husband Jay-Z wearing a loose-fitting dress and had what appeared to be a baby bump. If so, this would be the fourth child for the couple. And speaking of babies, Cardi B and Offset welcomed their baby girl, Culture Caria Cephas. Then she revealed that she and Offset have been secretly married since last September. Yeah, that was like way back there. In weird news, after 66 years, a man in India finally cut his fingernails at 29 feet and 10 inches. The man holds the world record for the longest fingernails. Now that is something. I cannot believe he would ever do that. I just feel sick. That's way unhealthy. I will be a panelist at the Acting in the Industry 2 on July 28th at Trinity University at 125 Michigan Avenue, NE, Washington, D.C. You can also meet Leah Daniels Butler, casting director for the hit TV shows Empire and Star. You won't want to miss it, as well as other people in the industry. Use discount code Life with the Princess to get a $30 ticket. It's okay, guys. Don't think it's too expensive. You can buy tickets at rdxfilms.com. That does it for my show today. For booking information or to be a guest on the show, email me at lifewiththeprincess@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to my show today called Life with the Princess Radio. You can check me out on YouTube at Life with the Princess channel, on Instagram, and on Musically at Life with the Princess. My radio show is on every second and fourth Saturday of the month from 10:30 to 11 here in WOB 1010 AM Baltimore. Talk to you again on July 28th.
I need to tell you this right now. Make sure God's first. Love God, serve God, and walk with God. Be in His light and love Him. Okay. God is my father. Yes, He's the king. I am the princess, so I'm royalty. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. God is my father. Yes, He's the king. I'm the princess, so I'm royalty. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. Okay. P-R to the I-N-C, E to the double S. Alright. God is my father, I'm royalty. It's Life with the Princess. Okay, alright.
Hey everybody, it's me, your girl Tamar Braxton, and I'm with the princess from the Life with the Princess show, the voice of her generation. Yeah, baby.
We are the Heather Hills Philanthropists, and we listen to Life with the Princess radio show, the voice of our generation.